Oh, wow. I think that it is safe to say that I need a haircut, right? Well, anyways, today I'm bringing you a sales call with a remodeling contractor. So, if you're a contractor itself or you're someone who owns a business and you would like to, sneak a little bit and see what it looks like from the insides and actually see how a sales call is actually done, at least on my side, this is actually the video to watch after, right? But before you actually scroll all the way to the sales call itself, or before you actually leave me here alone speaking to an empty camera, I want to first give you some context about the call itself. Now, first of all, this is not even by any means my best ever sales call ever, right? In fact, I would say that it is more on the bad ones, right? But I wanted to bring you this sales call not only because it's a special, just by the fact that the quality of my image literally sucked. Not because my camera is bad whatsoever, but because I'm not really used to record sales call for the YouTube channel. In fact, this is the second one that I'm going to be uploading into here, and I didn't split the recording itself, so I just took the image of myself, that small video image that you can see at the Google Meet meetings, right? And I just made it bigger and I split the screens. You guys are going to see. So apologies on that on the first end, right? You're going to see me pixeled, but if you're someone who just wants to see how everything looks like and how what we speak on a sales call and stuff, I think that this is going to be super, super valuable for you. And on the other end, this sales call is special because I've got to have, I would say, deep talks with the business owner itself. Not because I did a super great job at, qualifying the prospect itself, or because I was super good at, handling objections or whatever, but because he was pretty direct and he was honest with it, right? But yeah, I just want to show you this call itself because I think that it can really teach you anything, right? And if you're a modeling coordinator itself, or if you're a business owner and you have to, take on remote sales calls or any type of, call itself, I think that this can be really valuable for you. So yeah, with that being said, with that context being explained, I hope that you enjoyed the video.
So you finally got me on the phone call.
Yep, I finally got you. How has the day been going?
It's good. It's a busy day. I just stopped. As you can see, I'm in my truck.
Hmm. Well, would you actually want to talk in Spanish, or you want to keep talking in English, as you wish?
Como quieras.
Como quieras.
¿Qué te hace más fácil en español?
Bueno, estoy
Hablas,
acostumbrado a hablar en las dos
hab-
lenguas.
hablas muy bien inglés.
Well, I mean, I've been studying for a long time, so yeah, yeah.
Wow. Pues la razón que puse esta cita es porque eh, últimamente, me imagino que te perdí unos 6 meses, he visto muchos gentes promoviendo esto para los contratistas.
Hmm.
Y se hizo medio, dije, wow, ¿por qué están haciendo esto? ¿Cuál es el um,
La razón, ¿no?
motivo?
Ujú.
Este, no estoy seguro. Entonces, uh, I'll give you some background and tell you why.
Ujú.
I think you have reached out to me several times,
Yeah,
which is part of how you get business. I understand.
yeah. Well, I mean, I've
But
actually have different streams of getting leads, and you actually went from one of those. Yeah.
correct, correct. And I understand that. And right, the reason I am here is because I do believe in systems and processes and strategies. I understand that.
Mhm. I know.
I'm pretty much the number one kitchen and bath renovation company here in my area.
Hmm.
Um,
You're calling from McAllen, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. This area we call it the Rio Grande Valley.
Hmm.
If you look at the map of Texas in the United States, it's a shaped like this,
Yeah, and you're
and it
at the
goes
bottom,
down,
right?
and we're at the bottom.
Hmm. And you actually deliver services like all around Texas or just around the bottom?
No, just the bottom.
Uh,
That's what I'm saying. It's about I don't know, a million or two people,
well, that's great.
and
That's great.
growing and growing.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I'm heading towards retirement.
Uh-huh.
I either want to sell my business in the next 5 years, or do very little of it, and because I think, and I'm in a position where I have a partner, unofficial partner. Basically, what he does, basically I get the jobs, I manage the money, I do the contracts, I get the leads. People call me. That's my job.
And then he delivers?
And he gets 70% of the money. I
Mm-hmm.
get 30. It's
Okay.
that simple. Very, very simple. So I have plenty of work right now. We have plenty of work.
Uh-huh.
But the reason I'm here is I wanted to. I was curious about what you do. I understand. I think I have a good idea what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You generate leads online. I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well, but you want to know the background of it, right? The back end, I
yeah,
would say.
and or what exactly you offer.
Uh-huh.
How do you work? How do you work it? Because I know that that kind of marketing costs money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Not only and you have to know how to do it.
Yeah.
It's just not. It just doesn't come together.
Yeah. It's actually, you actually to kind of have a lot of knowledge and also a lot
Yeah.
of systems in place to kind of follow up with it, which is a thing that I can show you. So yeah.
And so here's a couple of things. I'm not interested in learning.
Okay.
I don't want to learn something
You
that I
want a
don't have to.
full, I would say, a done for you service, right? Uh,
Sort of, I know there's going to be some things I have to do. I understand. Uh, um,
but you don't want to care for it, I would say. You want to know what is happening, but you don't want to care, I would say, right?
if I were to do something,
Mm-hmm.
I, I would probably. In other words, I hired a guy to help me, and I saw that it's very difficult to market and to. I saw that, but
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't afford to have him anymore, so I had to let him go this year. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to.
Uh-huh.
But I saw how difficult it is to market and create systems and learn new technology, and even for a tech guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so so I'm interested in seeing what you do and what you offer.
Okay.
And okay, so the bottom line is that if I decide to do something,
Uh-huh.
I'm doing it just to cement my name even more
Okay, that's
in
cool.
the market, in my market. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that it will be more valuable, so that in the future, so that, because I don't think there's many people doing what, well, there isn't many people doing what I do here in my area,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I kind of corner the market. People hire me because they like my reviews, they like my personality. I promise them customer service. I deliver it. I do good work. So basically, again, I'm talking to you to see how we can
Expand that.
enhance that
Uh-huh.
and make my life better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
even go to higher end clients, which is another deal.
Uh-huh.
So so there you go.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
so
I gave you the information.
well, Orlando, I'm actually pleased that you were straight into the point and that you open up about yourself. Because this is a thing that, I always have to kind of frame the meeting and I always have to ask some questions in regards with the contractors that I speak. And so I'm actually pleased that you open up and you've been pretty direct with it. Um, just to let you know a little bit about myself. Besides running marketing itself, we also have software in which I've seen on your website that you have a Calendly in which leads can basically schedule estimates with yourselves. So we actually kind of automate the whole process, and whenever we get you a lead, we try to book them right into I would say that Calendly. Um, Now, I've been stalking you, I would say, and as a prospect perspective, if I was about to hire a contractor, which is a super great point that you have, is that besides the reviews that you have, you say who you are, or who you tell that you are, right? And the reason I tell that is that not a lot of contractors actually record themselves and actually show, their jobs and all the stuff. And that is a strong point that I always try to, whenever I jump into calls just like this one, I try to sell that to all the contractors. That is not about advertising itself, because that is something complicated, but it's about having, I would say, branding, having that brand. And so whenever you see, I don't know if you're into football itself with, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, but whenever you idolize those people, you associate like Adidas to Messi, Nike to Cristiano, right? And so whenever you're looking for a kitchen or a bathroom, which is kind of a high ticket investment that you have to look after for, you either look for something cheap that you can actually rely on, or you actually look for something that it's trustful because it's something that will last for like 15 years on.
Correct.
Right?
No, I understand.
Mm-hmm. And so what I've seen just by looking at your Facebook, at your website, it's not only reviews related, which you can have a lot of leverage around that, but the videos itself, which is the thing that we actually market, you can actually make a lot of it. Because usually when you see a contractor recording themselves, you kind of can see if they're actually transparent with it and they keep it simple and familiar, or if it's everything kind of scripted and they try to keep it like, I wouldn't say shoddy, but kind of super professional. And I got that those great vibes out of you, and I really think that you could be an awesome fit for us, because you already have kind of the base of it, right? And that is something that we can really boost, which is the thing that you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, whenever someone is actually looking for around the internet and they see an ad of a contractor and they're actually looking for it, which is the thing that we target, we use AI systems to basically see whoever is interested in getting a remodeler and can actually be a potential customer. And so whenever someone is in that stage, I would say it is not enough to show them an ad of before and after, or saying, hey, we have these 20% off cost installations, or hey, here's this free community or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. It's about having, I would say, that differential factor. I don't know if you ever tried Angie's or Home Advisor in the past.
Oh yeah, I have. I don't even touch them anymore.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. So every contractor that I speak with, it's actually funny, they always tell nightmares about it. But what happens is that they kind of have that marketplace, and whenever you're starting out, you kind of need them, I would say, to generate some leads. But what you find out is, besides paying a lot to them, when you get to to give them the estimate and to the appointment itself, they actually treat you like, I would say, another contractor, right? And so you don't actually want that. You want to have that differential factor, which you have. I'm going to be completely honest, you have it, which is not just reviews, because everyone can have reviews, but actually proving to the online world, I would say, that you say who you are, right? And you have, proof of it, which is pretty awesome, I would say. I don't know your opinions about that, if you actually, rely, or well, I wouldn't say rely, but reflect or see your section of what I'm basically telling you.
Yes, no, I understand. And it's because I've learned. I know what. Again, I have an idea of what I need to do. It's just I don't know it all, but I do know that I felt like being in front of the camera, talking to people, showing them real things, was work, and I need to do more of it. I know that, and I'm going to. In fact, I was gonna go do one today. We just started a new job.
That's cool.
And I'm gonna. But the thing is, I'm super busy,
yeah.
so I forget.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. Well, I mean, I do it myself. I have my own YouTube channel in which I record videos, and sometimes it's kind of hard to have your work and also record yourself. It gets pretty busy. but I actually got some leads out of just YouTube. And I don't even, I'm not that big of an influencer or whatever. I just have 1,000 subscribers, right? But
And check this out. Check this out, Paul. I don't even have a YouTube page for my business.
okay.
That's insane.
Yeah, yeah,
If I put a YouTube page, I know that things would explode.
yeah. But it actually takes
People
time,
want to
and
see it.
mhm.
People want to see it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, because it's
and I,
such a large investment that you want to actually do it with someone that you can trust, and having, I would say, that leverage is awesome.
yeah.
All right. So you told me that you worked with a marketing guy in the past. What was more or less the experience with him, or how
Well,
did things?
he's a friend of mine, and we worked. We go to the same church. I've been known him since he was a kid, and
Mhm,
I 2 years ago I wanted to. I have a nonprofit organization, Paul.
mhm.
I this is which what I'm going to retire into, and I think it'd be fair for you to understand the whole concept here, the whole my whole idea, and uh, and the reason I'm so open, Paul, is because I I I I believe in that. I believe in I know you're a business owner. I know you're a businessman. I know you're trying to make a living as well. I'm trying to
Mhm.
make a living. We're trying to just move forward and build our businesses and do what we do. I understand that. So um, I don't know what kind of faith are you, if you don't mind me asking.
Faith. So what? Right.
Muslim, Christian, Catholic.
I'm Christian. Yeah, I would say.
Okay, okay, yeah, I'm closer to Christian. So I'm a Christian man, and I believe that's one of the reasons why I've been so successful because I'm a man of integrity, and I treat people well. My customers, I don't lie to them. I don't cheat them. I don't. And in my business, that's a big issue. I don't know if you knew that or not. It is. It's a huge issue. Integrity is bad in this industry.
Mhm.
At least where I live, every single customer that hires me, the reason they hire me is not because of my prices, because I'm more expensive.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I get it.
They
Yeah.
hire me because they have a bad experience already with contractors,
Yeah.
and they think they're gonna get something cheap, good at a cheap price. Well, in any case, the reason I have a man of integrity because I'm a man of integrity because I'm a Christian. Been a Christian for many years. I but so I have a nonprofit organization. Oh man, I lost you.
You lost me.
There you are. There you are. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Um um and and this is what I'm going to retire doing. I work with men coming out of prison and rehab centers, and I offer a transitional process back into society.
Uh-huh.
I go into prisons. I go into rehab centers. I'm a speaker. Um, I travel actually sharing my story. It's really awesome. I live an awesome life.
Yeah. It sounds pretty cool.
Um, have you even found me while you were researching?
Well, I've just studied about your business, but I'm gonna study you even if you enroll on it,
Well,
right? Because it
that's
sounds
that's
pretty
in,
cool.
that's interesting because I've been wanting to know how much people know about me when they go to my website
Uh huh.
and how because if they keep digging, I wonder because they can find me. Some people have found me,
Hmm.
my other life, if you may. And so I'm telling you this because this is why I'm telling you I want to retire in the next 5 years from my business because I'm gonna move into my nonprofit ministry
Okay.
full. So this next 5 years or four because I just turned 61
Hmm.
is a transition year for me.
Okay.
So as you can see, I'm not. Um, if I can build my business where it's easier, I just because bigger jobs are easier. Believe it or not.
Hmm.
$100,000 job is easier than a $20,000 job because it takes the same amount of work, but I
Yeah.
make more money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so, so maybe that's the key to just target higher end jobs or big ticket jobs.
Okay. So if you had to run marketing, you would only like to target high paying jobs. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think so because I can get all the other ones.
Okay. And related with kitchen and bathroom, do you actually would like to just focus on kitchens or just focus on bathrooms? Or is just
Complete home renovation. But in this industry, kitchens and bathrooms are done the most
Mhm. Yeah.
because everything else is just painting,
Yeah.
basically. So then this is why I targeted this. And so since I started my business, this particular business, 20 years ago, I've been in this industry for over 35 years, off and on, but more on than off.
Of course.
And kitchens, I found out nobody specialized them in my area.
Hmm.
And so I decided to specialize and it worked out for me.
That's
So
cool.
now it's complete home renovation,
Hmm.
specializing in kitchens and baths.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Well, it's funny that, well, you mentioned that about those shoddy contractors with, nightmare experiences. Because I think it was Friday, I was talking with a contractor from Indianapolis, and he told me that he was actually struggling a lot because there were actually coming a lot of people from Mexico and just throwing down the prices like
Yes.
a bunch, and you really
Yep.
had to fight for it because he knew that he had a better team and overall better materials and all that stuff, but he really had a hard time proving to their customers that he was the one indeed to deliver the services. Of course, he wasn't like that big of a deal as you, but I mean he was basically telling me that things were getting, I would say, worse, and he was actually struggling a lot with it, which no, um, yeah, it happens. So I can totally see that you're complete great fit. I'm gonna share you my screen so I can basically show you exactly how the system works, so you have
Okay.
kind of have a better idea of how everything works. I'm also going to show you the software, which you're going to be able to download it at your phone. So you won't be having to, hop on the computer and then opening some bunch of different apps. No, you will just have it all in one place, which is the phone. And if you want to have access on the computer, you'll be able to have access to it. So yeah, I'm going to basically share my screen. Window right here, share. Okay.
Wait, Paul, what part of Spain are you from?
I'm near Barcelona. I'm a small
Barcelona?
town near. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever actually been there before?
No, not yet, but I'll be there one day.
Of course.
I've traveled. Uh, Paul, I'm an evangelist
Uh huh.
in my church, so I've traveled all over the world, sharing, preaching, and sharing my story. And Spain, I almost went to Spain, but I just something happened. We weren't able to go.
Hmm. Is there
So that's why
like
we have churches over there in Spain.
is there like in a special place you would like to visit in Spain?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Okay. Well, right now in Barcelona, we're having the government is cutting the a percentage of the water that we can waste, I would say, on every single town, and we're having some farmers cutting the roads and all the stuff. So I wouldn't recommend coming right now, at least on Barcelona. But yeah, I mean, other than
Well,
that, everything is cool. Yeah.
all right, all right. So what do we got?
All right, so this is basically the part where I basically explain all my services to the exact detail. So basically, the contractor gets to know exactly what I do. And so, well, besides getting him like a full walkthrough of the entire service delivery with examples of other contractors and results, they basically get to know not only a little bit about the insides of the service itself, but they get an idea of everything with the offer itself, right? Now, I'm not going to share you that because since I don't want to basically be or have someone to copy it, right? I'm just gonna maintain it in secret. I hope that you understand it because at the end of the day, I'm making a living out of it, and I wouldn't like have someone to copy like my entire agency, And so I hope that you just understand it, right? And my entire offer and service delivery. So I'll just maintain this in secret, and yeah, hope that you understand. But I'm gonna leave you with the end of the call itself, which I can also think that you can get pretty valuable stuff. Enjoy.
You see what? So I guess I guess it wouldn't be a big deal because what I do is my customers, which is another reason why people in my area love the way I work, is I don't make money on materials. I make money strictly on
On the
labor,
work itself, yeah.
and they just reimburse me.
Mm-hmm.
But to make a long story short, that I'm sure we can work that out. That's not a problem.
Okay.
How would I pay you?
So you're referring on the right?
Hmm.
All
Yeah, because
right.
that's what I would go because that's what I could afford for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah. So whenever we get at the end of the month, since we schedule a call to basically talk about how the service is going, all that stuff, we're going to say, hey, we got you these leads. From those leads, we've seen that, let's say 3 of them converted into customers, right? Then of course there you will be, well, you will have to be transparent with it, and you will have to say, hey, this lead bought, because we can see the leads that we get you, right? And we can see if they're actually book an appointment and they actually are very interested in it, because you'll be talking with them on the SMS conversation, right? But of course you can kind of I would say sneak us, right? And say, hey, let's talk on WhatsApp, right? And then we won't be able to track the conversation itself. So there is where you can either provide us, um, a customer fee of the whole month, I would say. So all the jobs that you delivered and that stuff. And then we can actually say, hey, okay, we got you this lead, this is the cost, and let's just drop down to 3% of it. So we can basically meet, uh, well, for the price itself. And from there, I'll just send you the link of the money that you have to pay us, and then it's just paying it, and that's it.
Yeah. So so basically you're taking a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you. I've been wondering how because I've been working on listening to marketers for years,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard. It's really difficult
Yeah, it is.
to
It is.
create what you have and get paid. It's really hard
Yeah, it is.
for both you, the marketer, and the contractor or the customer, whatever. I don't know why you decided to target contractors, but
Well, because my dad actually works into a kitchen factory. He actually makes the whole furniture and the countertops and cabinetry. And so I said, my dad has been in this industry for a while. I've been hearing talks about the materials, all the stuff, and I just like the whole stuff. I mean, I said let's just try it out, and I,
well,
I've seen that
I
I've like.
think yeah, a lot of people are doing it. So, but I like what you offer. It's doable. It's and I'm going to do it.
Hmm.
I'm just going to ask you to give me 2 to 3 weeks,
Okay, of course.
only because I'm going through a transition of finances in my
Hmm.
business. I'm transferring from banks. I'm doing a new LLC. So I just want to get settled in.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
And I wanna you sound like a trustworthy person.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we always try to give our best whenever we onboard the new contractor, and we won't
And
be basically trying to get you money because, well, I mean, you've seen the offer. You can basically choose what you want to pay. Of course, you will have to pay us at least something, but
yeah,
from there, it's just relying on us, right? And
yeah,
so you'll basically say the whole process on it.
yeah. And basically, what you're offering is what I wanted to see from a marketer, and I never saw it. Well, and this is why I'm in front of you. This is why,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
because I said that's risky, but I know who I am, and I know I can help you.
Of
I know I
course.
can because you wouldn't be putting this whole work together just to.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand your work and I respect it.
Hmm.
And you didn't put this together overnight. This is years of learning this.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually been a long time.
I know. So listen, let's schedule something because I have to leave.
Of course.
I have a meeting. Um,
Well, if you want, we can
but you know
be.
what? You know what? I can start sooner. I like what you have to offer, man. I really
Okay.
do.
Okay.
I have the money. I don't need to.
Hmm. Well, I mean, we can get you set whenever you want. I mean, we'll keep in talks if you want to. So as you wish, honestly.
Give me a second. Let me get through this week. Let's talk on the next week.
Okay. Do you want me to book an appointment with? Do you want me to book the appointment by myself and send you the invitation, or you want me to send you the link and you can basically book it yourself?
Just just how long? What I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna get a payment next week
Mm-hmm.
and go ahead and just get started. The other question is how much do the ads cost? Do I pay more for the ads, or
Yeah.
how does that?
Yeah. So regarding with ads, it really depends on how much are you willing to spend, but it's a daily cost of ads. I would say there's not like, okay, I want to spend 2,000 on ads. I have to have those 2,000 day one. You can actually start with
How much do you recommend I should spend a week?
well, I actually talking days. So I recommend spending 50 a day, more or less, between 40 and 70 if we can. But 50, I would say it's kind of the sweet spot to really test waters and see what is resonating with the audience. And if we see, that something is really working, then we can put way more money into it, right? That is not a problem. But to start with, I would recommend maybe 50 day, which is $350 in 7 days, I would say, more than a week. So yeah, if you want to start with that, we can start with that.
Okay, so 50.
If not, we can go with 40 if it's, or even maybe with 30. But I
I
mean,
understand because there's a certain amount of.
yeah, so of course, the more money you put in, the more people you're going to reach, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter the people that you reach because you're putting money to buy the data, right? And so, okay, I've reached like, let's say, 1,000 people. From those 1,000 people, like 200 people actually watch the ad itself. And from 200 people, actually 10 converted into leads. Well, those are pretty great numbers. But okay, so with those $50, I can see that I've got, 10 interested people. And from those 10, two actually booked an appointment with me. Okay, so I know that out of $50, I can get two meetings. Okay, so let's, maybe spend a little bit more, but it's actually, testing and seeing what is working. And if we see that something works, we're actually going to tell you, and then we can actually put more money
So if I'm starting to drive, so I'm
in.
gonna talk to you.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
So if I put, let's say,
Oops.
uh, let me see, 3, 6, or 4, 8.
Could it be that I lost connection?
Did you?
Well, I mean, it's saying that I've lost connection, but I can hear you. But keep going, keep going.
Okay. Let's say you put $400 a month, a week.
Uh-huh.
That's 400, 800, 1,600. So let's say I put for the book we say we start the week the month of March,
Mm-hmm.
and I pay you your fee, and then I put $2,000 for that month,
Uh-huh.
and then we can see where that goes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
For example, yeah, we can totally do that if you're open to it. So yeah, if you want to start with $2,000 in the month of March, and see what we can actually do with that, we can go with it. It's more up to you than to me, honestly.
Well, what I'm saying, I'm thinking in terms of how much money I can afford a month.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Well, I mean, we'll have to see in terms of jobs. But I mean, $2,000, I wouldn't guarantee numbers because I don't like guaranteeing things because maybe you get better results or maybe you get less results. But I mean, with $2,000, I mean, we could get like 2 to 5 jobs, I would say, in a month. I cannot tell you like the exact money that those jobs will get you, but we could.
but here's what. Let me tell you. Here's where I'm going with this. Once we got a system in place,
Yeah, then we can
in a
actually
business,
scale it.
now you can scale it or scale it back, scale it forward. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I can spend. Say I only want to spend $200 a week. Then I can bring it down a little bit
yeah.
so that I don't, because I gotta be able to do the jobs as well.
Of course, of course.
The reason I said $2,000 is that that gives you the the what you need to
Yeah,
feel out
to test. Yeah.
get to test.
Of course.
I know a little bit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can see, I can see. Well, because it's actually hard to kind of explain contractors that, yeah, this is in fact a system and we actually have to uh, see data and analyze it and see what ads are working or not. Because it's really easy to say, hey, I'm just going to launch some ads and see if I get customers. But there's actually a path that every customer follows, right? And we have to analyze every step of the funnel to see if
There's a
it,
process.
yeah,
There's a process and a strategy and
yeah,
working with Facebook and ads. It's not just it's just not like it doesn't like it used to be like put an ad in a newspaper.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's not how it works.
No, it's actually much more
So
difficult.
listen, let's let's plan to do something. Oh man, it's not next week. It's
Well, if
let's talk.
you, Mhm.
Yeah, send me your calendar. Send me a
Yeah,
calendar.
yeah, I'll be sending you my calendar on SMS, so you can basically have it at your phone, and you can book the appointment at whatever the time that you want to.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and then let's shoot for starting something uh, the beginning of March.
okay,
I'm gonna do a lot of traveling in March.
okay,
Uh, so, and I'm gonna do more videos for my business. And who knows? Let's see what else we can build, what kind of relationship we can build, and take from there.
yeah, of course, of course. Well, so
Because here's the deal, Paul.
uh-huh,
Basically, if I have enough uh, leads in my pipeline,
uh-huh,
um, then that gives me the ability and good leads. Um,
to schedule, right? To kind of see
yeah,
or
it gives me a lot of schedule to be able to schedule and gives my customer, the realization that we are the number one, we are good at what we do, and this is the reason why we have so much work,
uh-huh.
and makes things easier for me.
Okay, cool. Well, so you will be basically the software itself. It's kind of designed to make your life easier on basically looking what customers you have on your pipeline, all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do a follow-up call to this one to basically explain you how it works. But yeah, you'll basically see that it's very straightforward and it's simple to use if you want to use it.
Okay, is there what else do I need to know? Um, you say you're gonna build another website,
If
or
you
you're gonna do?
if you want, well, I mean, we actually work better if we can control everything because we can see every step of the whole process itself and we can see where leads are getting left on, I would say. But if you like your website, what we can do is maybe so I can build a website that looks similar
Oh,
to.
I need a better website. It needs to be updated.
Okay,
I
but
mean,
so I can totally do that.
but new content. I need a new videos. The videos there are old,
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
and we need a fresh new look. Everything.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we can definitely do that. So yeah.
And I'm assuming that you can do that. You can do a nice, fresh,
Yeah.
custom work.
Yeah. And if you want to change anything or whatever, we can totally do that. So, of course.
As far as the content you're going to put in there, I'm a, I don't know. I guess you would show it to me first.
Yeah, sure. Of course. Of course. Before launching the website itself, we're going to show it to you, and you'll basically to see if you like it or not. Sorry?
What information do you need?
So whenever you get on vital information, I would say, yeah. So on
like in Facebook or something.
Yeah. So on
you're gonna need to be.
Yeah. So on vital information, what I will need is access to your Facebook and Instagram account. So in that way, well, I can either manage the ads and I can basically have access to it. Then I would need to have access to, if you want a new website, I will need to have access to your domain site. So if either it's GoDaddy, Google Workspace, or whatever, I would need access to it in order to, well, upgrade it, I would say. And then regarding the Google Workshop, I would need access to that too. And yeah, that is the vital information. That's
the Google Workshop. What's that?
This right here. I'll share my screen, but this right here that you can see on a business. This part right here. Can you see it?
I see it, but is that the Google page or?
Yeah. So whenever people, searches for general contractor in McAllen or whatever, right? So that is where websites rank via keywords. So that is basically to control that, to have access to your keywords and to try to put the best ones that people actually search for it, so you can actually appear there, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. And a long time ago, Paul, I was very hesitant. I remember about, 15 years ago. Because the guy was asking me was too much information, and I'm like, man, am I supposed to give you all this information?
Well,
but I know that you need access. Anybody that's gonna, this is why I haven't done anything, and I hired somebody that I trusted. And he has all access to everything.
Facebook does a pretty great job with that. And if you don't want to share me your email and your password to basically have full access to the account as if I was you, I would say, Facebook lets people like you share a partner link, I would say, and giving them some what it's called, to give them access, but without kind of having that full access of maybe deleting the account or deleting some photos or whatever. So you can just provide me access with just managing the ads itself, for example.
Yeah.
If that is something that inquires you, I mean, we can definitely do that.
Well, I'll be talking to my guy that does the work for me anyway. He's going to be helping me to put this together.
Yeah. The onboarding process itself is pretty straightforward. You'll see, but it's basically just 7 steps that takes like 30 minutes to go through, of basically me on some tutorials explaining how we work, the forms that we need you to fill out in order to have all the information that we need. And from there, it's pretty straightforward. And you'll basically be able to schedule an onboarding call with me, so we can basically drop down all the information that we need and all that stuff. So you'll see that it's very, very simple to use. And yeah, if you have any questions or whatever, you can just call me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So let me send me your schedule and let me just digest all this and how I'm gonna move forward.
Of course, of course. So yeah, I'll be sending you my calendar link, of course.
All right,
So
Paul.
Orlando, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I hope you have a great day and week too.
Okay. And I want to get started, but if for some reason I can't yet, it'll be soon. All right.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Just bear with me. Just bear with me.
Okay, I'll maintain your spot, no problem.
All right.
Have a good day, man.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. See ya.
Yes, sir.
Bye.